inside. The old gods granted me a vision of the way to change reality. In the shadows creeping, can't rest your weary head. No time for you to sleep now, or evil it will spread. So gather all your friends and listen to my tale. Adventure story shaping the magic and the veil. Dragons, devils, demons, and creatures that are fair, and heroes of the north. Just please don't be scared. The heroes are the monsters to the enemy. It all depends upon the way that you proceed. Original GM, we're here to set you free. Come join in the adventure. Who you wanna be? Who you wanna be? We are heroes. We are
Welcome back to Original GM. I am Hubahu. Once again joined with Chikala and Wachi. And we are going to get back at it. We left with a bunch of cliffhangers last time. We're going to start with the worst of them, which was you possibly losing your character, Ray. Well, the last thing I told you was she died.
Yeah.
So that's where we're going to go.
Okay.
If you go and look at the map, you'll see right there, you're sitting, you are sitting in a chair,
Okay.
but when you wake up, you're laying down on the table. You're a little confused just for a second. You're like, are you going to do it? And then you realize something's different as you open your eyes and they flicker between visions. Like you see infravision. Like, and then you close them again. You're like, ah, and in the dark areas it lights up. And you see Vay standing over you looking at you. He's like, you'll be okay. And he holds out his hand.
Like to help me up?
Yeah.
Grab his hand.
When he helps you up, you feel this, it's not a compulsion. You know he hasn't compelled you. You know that that the blood is flowing through you and that you have changed into a positive material vampire.
Yeah.
You're quite aware that you're immortal at this point as you start to stand up and realize that you are much more dexterous than you were. You're healthier, you're stronger. Things have changed. Your vision's changed. But when he helps you up and you touch him, you feel like just protecting him. You feel like he's very important to you, more so than he was before as your brother. Now it's different, like he's really important, like you would do anything pretty much for him. And your head is full of this vision that you had with words of wisdom from the goddess of justice coming to you in the middle of your death and reawakening, coming back as a positive material vampire. You know what she wants to do with all her items. Who to give them to, you automatically know.
Nice.
You are completely and utterly aware that she is the goddess of justice and prophecy, and you feel like you should chase this down. And what I mean by chase this down is this prophecy. And you know within your head the knowledge that somehow has been brought into you through the blood, that it's all a farce, so to say. That some gods know about it, some don't know about it. And what I mean about it is that the prophecy is a cycle that goes every 3,000 years. And every 300 years within that cycle, it goes from one mythology to another. It goes through one religion to another, one kind of people to another.
Right, like Tuffy was saying.
And that it's been going on for some time, and the reason it's happening is because it's like a virus, a plague, a disease of some sort that's moving through the mythos.
Okay.
Or a being. And you know this to be true, and that it's known as the Nexus. That's what you know. And you know that Vey has this knowledge. You know that the Nexus is some great being that somehow created this prophetic loop. Even though he's been imprisoned on Shill for thousands of years, he's slowly awakening through having access through the prophetic circle that's going. Okay. And in that prophetic circle, basically this being infects in the fashion that no matter what, one of the gods of the pantheon perishes and dies.
Right. Through
whatever means. And it continues once the mythos is gone, and the prophecy continues, just like Valia being the chosen one. And you know that Valia was really the goddess Valk, the goddess of the hunt, the huntress, directly related, daughter to Larvain and Ariax. And you know that Valk, or Valia, or Val as they call her, was reset. She basically came into this to stop the prophecies by fulfilling them, this cycle, taking on all of the energy that entails, and being rewound and start again. Basically, she has to start again. She was a greater goddess.
So when she was a greater goddess before, she knew what she was coming to do.
She made a conscious effort and decision and choice, along with the other gods. She was chosen by them. These few that know, that are just gods, but they know what's going on. After so many thousands of years, they're starting to become aware of what's happening. The Council of Gods, which is the greatest of the greatest, that kind of rules even the gods themselves in some fashion, are quite aware of it. They know, as a matter of fact, that that's what's going on.
Okay.
Some of those gods believe that it should go on, that you need to keep this being imprisoned as long as possible. Others argue, how long will it take with this continued 3,000-year cycle? Some are saying, doom is at hand, this is the end, we need to do something before it's too late. Others are saying, it's just begun, you know. It's going to go on for a long time, and that prison will hold him. You know now that the 300 years have completed, that it starts back again, and the mythos for this next 300 years are the dwarves. It's the dwarven kingdom.
Okay.
So one of their gods will die in the next 300 years. Prophecy's never done anything outside of this layout or this outline.
Okay.
Now that's a lot of information to give you at the same.
It's a lot of information.
But this is what you really need to remember, which is your not your compulsion, but your inner feelings of what, you know, what's my motivation as a character.
Right.
The Elderway Council, they need to die, all of them. Anybody that fulfilled the prophecy and knew it, and knew that mankind and the gods were cut and stuck in this loop, they must pay. Justice must be brought down.
All right.
With that, because you have Vey's knowledge now, you know that there is a member on the Elderway Council that betrayed the Elderway Council.
Okay. Do I know who it is?
No, you don't know who it is. He doesn't know who it is.
Oh.
Whoever it is voted him out of becoming a vanguard time and time and time again, so that it would create what he is today.
Right. Like it was for him, not against him.
It was for him, not against him. Might have been Valk herself that cast the order down. You don't know. You don't know who it was. Or Valia. We'll call her Valia. This is her second incarnation. So it's, most of them are going to call her Val that know her, but she'll want to go by Valia at this point. But goddesses have many names, so Valk will also work for her.
Okay.
In that situation. Anyway, that's a lot of knowledge to throw down at you all at once, but that's your compulsion, is to do that. And you also realize and feel exactly like Vay does about his thoughts, which is fucked up. But he hates vampires, and he hates vampires because he has a distinct feeling. There's no proof, but he has a distinct feeling that vampires in particular are behind keeping the prophecy rolling.
Oh, yeah.
So that this creature, the Nexus, will be born, and those that have been following this will be there to reap the benefits from helping have freed him. And
Okay.
and oftentimes people say, well, that would kill people, but these are not people. These are vampires that
Yeah,
he
these
believes.
are vampires. It's different.
And maybe a lich, or some liches. He doesn't know really. It could be crossbreeds. He really has no idea. He thinks it's a vampire. And he thinks it's Dr. Levin.
Okay.
He thinks he's responsible for it. So he has a great hatred for him, and you do too. But also an extreme fear and cautiousness.
Okay.
You also know that Dr. Levitt told him, if you ever come against me, boy, it will be your soul to pay. That he telepathed that to Vay at one point.
Before he did what he did with the
In the bar?
attacking.
You don't have all of Vay's memories. You don't know if
I
it was
don't know.
before or not, but you do know that that's one of the things that you got from his memory.
Okay. All right.
Was that was said to him.
Okay.
Call him boy, and that's the worst of it. They call him a boy.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Know how
So-
they is.
Yeah, so that's how you feel. You stand up, he helps you up, and you stand up, and it's like your body is light as a feather. You realize that you have this positive material energy in you, and it's starting to regenerate.
Okay.
He hands you a drink, his whiskey that he has in his hand. He hands it to you. He says, "Drink that."
Take it.
Okay.
Take a drink.
You start getting poisoned. It affects you 3 hit points around.
Okay.
But the positive material is giving you 3 hit points around.
Right.
So you're
So
staying
it-
steady, and at this point, you're 3 hit points above your maximum hit point rate,
Okay.
your hit point numbers. That number can go to the same amount that you have minus 1.
Okay.
Except for the fact that you're Vanguard, you can go into negative 20 hit points. So that's an affected thing. You've got that
I
on your
do.
character sheet. So you know a few of the other abilities because you've been around Vay, and so you're familiar with that. There was 2 rules he gave you. I don't know if you remember them or not, but
It was
uh,
don't let anybody find out.
don't tell anybody or let anybody find out, and don't make another one of those.
Okay.
I was going to tell you that whether or not you remember it, Ray does,
Okay.
and she will not break that.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
He just looks at you, and you don't really remember anything but dying and then waking up.
Okay.
He looks at you and he says, "Are you okay?"
I'm better than okay.
So he goes over and you see him grab this whiskey bottle and goes into the cabinet and grabs another one and walks over to you and hands it to you.
Take it.
Pours himself one. So if you need more, there it is. I don't really know. It doesn't hurt beyond 3 around no matter how much you drink it,
Oh.
but it will eventually stop hurting you, he says. The razor blade works.
Okay.
Yeah. You gotta keep yourself poisoned. I'll have to talk to Tatalda. Make sure that she vamps up to making it for us.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Welcome to mortality, sister. And you taste it. It's really fucking good. Sith whiskey. You're like, it's so good. You're like, it is so good. And you feel no positive material energy in it when you drink it. Like
Right.
there's not, his blood's not in it.
There's none of that.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
This is not.
It's different.
Yeah, it's not what he serves the public.
Right.
You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
He looks at you. He's like, "You're okay."
I am. I
Last
know of
thing,
it.
your alignment has changed.
Yeah, you told me that.
Neutral evil.
Yeah.
You're no longer true neutral. The goddess of justice has allowed you Vanguard class at neutral evil because your characters wanted to start a new blackguard,
Mm-hmm.
an evil Vanguard.
Yeah.
And you know, in return, it'll also probably involve a white guard or something on the other side.
Something on the other
on the
end,
other
of
side that will
course.
do the same, just like the Verbatim Rangers have done.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I have to mention this because we're in this room, but Eras, you're in the other room.
Okay.
You're still playing music. Everybody seems to be doing better, even Remy, now that you've played the music and lifted all the fucking evil and ick and fear that's out of this room. Then he starts talking a little bit to Doobie and Yayla.
Okay.
Dusty kind of looks over at you as you're playing, and he says, "Did you know that you send colors through the room when you play that?"
Dusty says that?
Yeah.
I did actually. She
Yeah?
would look at him and smile. Yeah. I saw it under Blackroot one time. Okay.
Mm. Excellent.
I actually forgot about it until just now, so that was a cool reminder.
So you're kind of having a conversation and still playing music. So that's what's
Okay.
going on in there.
Cool.
Right before we leave this situation, Vay says to you, "We need to take the equipment off."
She would tell him, I know exactly what she wants done with it. I
Very well.
had a vision.
Will you help me?
Yeah, of course.
You see him walk over in his office for a second. He comes back out and he's got washcloths and clean water and towels and
Okay.
wraps,
All
things
right.
like that. And he takes the wraps out of the thing. He doesn't use those, but you start helping him. He takes her clothes off and all her equipment is just washing her body.
Okay.
Then you put the clothes back on that he brought in, which are these awesome, expensive, probably close to 100,000 gold piece finery that he puts her in, dresses her in.
Okay.
And then he says, "We need to put her in the corner over there and I'll take care of the rest. Help me."
Okay. Sure.
So he carries her over here to the corner of the room, right here.
All right.
And he puts her up in the corner of the wall and sets her straight, moves her and puts her body in a certain way and everything. And then he turns her to stone.
Oh, shit.
She becomes a statue in the corner there. Yeah. She is she's got a hole in this side of her head, but the way that her body's turned, you can't see it. She's like looking in the room like this, kind of sideways, and you can't see it.
Okay.
But it's all stone.
All right.
And stop there.
Okay. Oh, goodness.
Welcome back to life, by the way.
Thanks.
Lily
Some zeros with her.
and Zira. You guys are located right outside the Temple of Ariax. Vineyard behind it in the center of Mirabilia. You just left there. You get out. You're in front of the door. Gorgain had knocked, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're just standing out there. As you're staying there, you start hearing music off in the distance in the park, and you're hearing tambourines. And you kind of look over there, and you remember the priests and priestesses of Ariax that came through Beacon, and they would play music and sing to people at the docks, and people would arrive, and they were dressed in the orange robes. And
Yeah.
that's what you see. And they're all dancing and singing and laughing and joyously making their way like a parade through the park towards you guys, it seems like, towards the temple coming right at you. The door opens, and it's Tuffy. Hi.
I go straight in.
He smiles and opens the door and then looks behind you and smiles real big. He goes, the priests are here, he says, and Gordon's like, good. He pats him and goes in. You go in, Zira?
I'll put my abominations off to the side, I guess.
Okay.
Tell them to stay.
They stop and look at you and walk over and stand there, all three of
And then
them.
I'll go in.
Okay. The priests come in right behind you guys, and Tuffy kind of waits for him in the antechamber, the first entrance room. The first entrance room is massive. It's huge, circular, and it has a spiral staircase that goes up to a next level up there with a staircase that goes up, and you're not sure how many times it goes up with that. But you can look up and see light coming through with stained glass, and you see flowers all over the place in these flower boxes and pots. You see these greenery and ivy coming down the staircase. The whole place made of vulcanite, solid vulcanite.
Oh, goodness.
And yeah, you guys just stand there and Tuffy's smiling, and then he kind of stops and looks at you and he's like, how's Myra?
She's not really Myra anymore.
Everything, all this happened so quick. I think we should probably do some research or try to figure something out, but you have to understand my communes. And then you see this very pretty woman just walk right up to him and just give him a kiss. He's like, "Whoa!" And you smell her, and she smells wonderful. You're like the favorite, the smell you would love the most is what she smells like your oils that you have, your hallowed characters. And you recognize her. The high priestess Delphi. She was the one that you started the temple for up near Verb. It's her.
Nice.
After she gets through kissing him, and she kind of backs off of him, and she says, you will heal and be better. And you see him smiling, and he doesn't seem to be troubled by the Bethany thing. I mean, you can tell he just changes back to his jovial self. And she smiles and kind of runs her hand along his stomach, down his chest, along his stomach, and goes in with the rest of the priests and priestesses that are gathering through and singing. She does see you guys and smiles at you real big and nods. You don't engage her though, do you? Or okay, all right. As soon as she goes into the crowd, you see others just boom, like attach themselves to her and just touch her and hold her, and it's the strangest thing. You've seen Zira or Eras do this kind of thing before, but by playing music, not by just walking into a room.
Right.
Anyway, Tuffy looks at you, he's like, oh yeah. I feel so happy. I don't know why I feel so happy, but I've got to tell you sad news, but I feel so joyous. He starts to cry and smile at the same time. He's like, Jamal's dead. He was killed, and I'm sorry, this must be really creepy.
What?
Just, if you could give me a moment, please, he says, and he kind of steps away, and he's
Zira?
laughing.
We'll put her hand on Lily.
Okay.
Are you fucking kidding me right now?
Gordon's like, I think they know something about this. It was spoken from that area. I think they have some information. I didn't have time to tell you with everything was going on. We just heard ourselves. Bethany's dead too. You know about that. And then Velia. And Tuffy, you hear him say, okay, I think I've gathered myself a little bit. I'm sorry, Lily, and you guys, if you didn't know, I just feel real confused right now. But someone should be here pretty soon. And these priests are still coming through, and priestesses. And as you see that, you see them stop, and he goes, I hired some. You see Lucian come in. He looks around, like
Lily
he
and
is.
Zira
So,
both smile.
Greetings, my old friend.
You know what he looks like. I'll throw him up on the screen for the viewers. Werewolf. individual, but he doesn't look werewolf right now. His eyes are not normal, but
Ever.
badass barbarian bounty hunter type. Anyway, he comes in and looks around and smiles at you and walks over. Thank you for the invite, he says. And Tuppy goes, of course, of course. He kind of raises an eyebrow. And he's like, what can I do for you? And Tuppy goes, yeah. Should we go to the office? I got here. We could just. There's no enemies here. He says, and he smiles real big. I guess I could just tell you, the truth. We need to know who was responsible for all the shit that's going on. The shit in Mirabilia, Jamal's death. We need to know if there's any traitors amongst us. You see, Lucian's just kind of narrows his eyes. He's like, you have made some specific requests, but none of them have been bounties. What exactly is it that you think I can do? He's like, well, you can smell things. Lily, smell things. Smell things out, right? And he's like, yes, I can. And you probably have information that we don't have that you would assume would be useful for us, right? If I paid you. He's like, I suppose that's not how I normally work. I'm not a seller of information unless it entails the bounty. He's like, entails the bounty. Can you give us a moment? He's like, of course. He looks over at you guys and starts telepathying to you all. Lily, you realize after a little bit that that's probably what he's doing. And you have the hat on.
I'll tell him out loud. I can't hear telepathy right now.
Why not?
So change the hat back into a hat.
Okay. Oh. Take it off?
Yeah, it protects me
Or
from
do you leave it on?
so much stuff.
He's like, well, you're fine here. You're okay here.
I'll take it off.
Okay. So you
Keep it in my hand.
take the hat off?
I take the hat off.
Okay. All right. He starts telepathying to you guys. He's like, we've got to find some way to hire him because my communes led me, my divinations have all led me to him, to helping us with this through Ariax. But she's not, she's different. Like I said, it's not like Mira. It's her answers. You have to really. It's different. It's different. Yeah.
So,
It has to do with love, right? So,
right.
like then this is where she sent me. So we have to. Yeah. We want to know if he knows if there's any traitors amongst us, because he probably knows if there is, wouldn't you think?
Right.
We need to know, and we need to. But how do we hire him to hunt?
The last time that he helped me with a task that I needed help with, we traded services.
You are a
You
genius.
remember, like, I did a favor for
You're
him,
a genius.
and then, like,
Be
he owed us
careful.
a favor. Be careful,
Be careful, Zero says.
because
He
he
takes
could come-
favors very seriously.
he does, and there's no telling what the hell he might come up with for us to do. But that is an option.
Well, there are plenty of individuals I could introduce him to. It needs to be perfect. This matchmaking will be difficult, but I'm sure she can do it. Ariax can do it. I know she can. I'll go and pray on this. Can you keep him busy? Cool. And he leaves with the rest of the priest, kind of mingles in, happily kind of bounces off away. Roll an observation.
Yes, sir.
Anybody that makes the observation,
Sorry, I changed.
Barely, but yeah.
since one of you made our group, but off towards the the exit from the main sanctuary, off to a side hallway, you see Delphi peeking around the corner and smiling and watching him bounce across the opening. And you see her disappear back behind some wall, but you notice it.
Okay.
And she doesn't look at you, like she's looking at him. She doesn't notice you looking at her, really.
Okay.
So yeah. All right. He bounces off. Lucian's like,
He'll be right back.
He'll be right back.
He is,
He's just stepped into being a high priestess in this temple, and it's a little bit scattered.
yes, I understand. Much has changed.
we definitely need your help and need your services. I think that he's trying to come up with a comparable trade.
So he'll be the one making the deal with me. Not you.
Maybe.
He raises an eyebrow. We have worked well together in the past. You have my trust.
Yeah.
If there's something you need done, I would happily work with you. For a trade, of course.
Of course.
I will not push the facts of our agreement to you, because you do understand that I will kill you if you break it.
Of course.
He smiles. Then consider me a friend.
Already do.
Smiles, kind of crosses his arms. You see, Gordon is uncomfortable with this guy around, and you know he always has been. He just kind of goes off away, or in the background, or is quiet, or whatever. It's kind of like, you know, someone that's an alpha dog until they go in a room with a real alpha dog. It's like super alpha dog. You know, you may be an alpha dog, but if you go in the room with a super alpha dog, you're gonna feel
Lucian's
different.
actually a dog.
Anyway, you get the point. Yeah. So,
And Lily's always been fascinated with him.
yeah. Well, you
So.
look at his picture. I mean, he's fucking terrifying and pretty badass. Anyway, and he's always succeeded in anything you've given him.
Always.
He always does that. He's one of the best bounty hunters.
He was
Shill.
responsible for retrieving Dusty.
Not just in
That was
Shill.
the
He's
last
gone to
thing.
other continents. Like, out of the people that you know, him and Aegean were the only two you've ever known that have ever left this continent.
Yeah.
Those two individuals. So,
We sent him to the High Elven Empire
did.
to break somebody out of a fucking maximum security prison, and he did it in half a day.
so
Like it was nothing. Really?
So Lucian just kind of stands there and just looks at you guys. Gordon will go over Zira. He goes over to an altar that's been set up with a small little statue, and you can see the statue's kind of cockeyed a little bit, and he straightens it out,
Mm-hmm.
and then you see him light the candle with his finger, and then he kneels down. I don't know what you're doing, but that's what Gordon does.
Okay. Is there another altar?
There's other places for altars, but they're not put up yet.
Got you. Okay.
You want to wait?
Yeah, I'll just
Okay.
wait. I won't like go over and crowd him
Alright.
and rush him or anything.
Okay.
I'll just wait.
He's doing the typical ranger thing, taking his time, you know,
Mhm.
off in the corner in the shadows. You know, you could tell this is probably more than just prayer. It's probably just a second, just like he decided, oh, this is going on. I'm gonna go do this kind of thing.
Right.
Lucian says, "So how have you been? Still involved with politics? Are you ruling somewhere now, or no?"
See, Beacon was taken by I don't know if you've seen or been there, but it's mostly underwater. Bandits have control of it now.
Yeah, the bandit named Thorn is there.
Thorn?
Yeah,
Thorn?
Thorn. He's in control of that area. I believe they live on the top hill where the keep is. I think the rest of it is controlled by other beings and things. I don't know what those things are, what beings they are. I just know that they don't leave that hill during the night, and it's during the day when it's the hottest, and it's across the water in boats, and they don't do it very often. They mostly live up on,
Don't leave
That hill.
during the night.
well, and or during the day very often. What I'm telling you is it seems to be a situation where they're kind of trapped in some sort of way with the numbers that they have. I do know that they've lost some.
Oh, that's why they're holding it for the heroes. Because they're stuck.
It's possible.
She would go laugh. Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Wanting our help in some weird, twisted way, while trying to kill us at the same time.
Can't trust those fucking bandits. They'll always stab you in the back. I don't know though. You kind of put a word out there, the heroes of the North, and the mass murder of Crazy Dog Canyon. When you killed all those individuals, I think that put out a word to all bandits not to fuck with you guys. I don't think they will, to be honest with you. I think they're scared to death of you.
Good.
That would be my assumption.
Yeah.
Some of them survived, and I'm sure they remember. So, what is it that you'd like for me to do? Or shall we wait for Tuffy?
Wait for
Yeah.
Tuffy.
Wait for Tuffy. It's just been crazy, Lucian. Like, I can't even catch my breath. Like, it's literally one thing after another.
He comes in, he's got this like pale look on his face, and he's looking at Lily as he walks up. He's like,
What's wrong?
he just raises an eyebrow. He's like, he just left these to you. He said, she said you. And he just kind of turns his head and looks back at Lucian. You're like, what the fuck? Yeah, I asked him, and he's still looking at Lucian, smiling, and Lucian's looking at him like, go ahead, talk. And he's saying to you, I asked her who I should introduce him to for love, and she said you. He says that in his head, and he's not looking at you because he knows you in mind. You know, he's just like totally nervous. You can tell, like put on the spot. And he looks at Lucian, and Lucian's like, "Is everything okay?" He looks back at you, and then looks at him, and he goes, "Oh, yeah. So I was gonna trade, with Love Life and that kind of thing, but I don't think we should do that. I have another option." He goes, "You can pay me with many things. How about freedom to come to the Temple of Ariax at any time for healing? Would that work?" And he's like, yeah, of course that would work. You could even have a priest maybe assigned to you." And he looks at him and he's like, "That will not be necessary, but healing will from time to time. I require certain types of healing that are much different than others." And Tuffy goes, "Oh yeah, because you're a werewolf." It kind of echoes through the chamber. People stop and turn and look back. You see him kind of look at him and smile, and he just kind of looks around and he goes, nods at him. "But I am an ally," he says really loud. "So, are you in agreement?" And he says, "Yes." And he's like, "What do you want me to do?" He says, "We need to know if there's any spies in Mirabilia, and what else was it?" He looks
Are there
flustered.
any traitors amongst us?
"Are there any traitors amongst us?" And he goes,
Who killed Jamal?
Who killed Jamal?
he raises an eyebrow. He's like, "Well,
And why?
from those that I know, if I was to sniff out a traitor amongst you, Myra used to be part of the People's Movement and worked for Dr. Levitt long ago. She would be one that I would choose.
What?
The other that I would choose would probably be Beatrix Roth, or any of the Roth family. You could pretty much consider an enemy. And at that point, Tuffy goes, "I know, we already know that. But Myra," and then he turns and looks
Yeah,
at
let's
you.
back up to the Myra thing.
He just looks at you and he's like, "Yes."
Well, currently, she's been infected with some crazy ass poison from this fucking spider that was at the Citadel that we went to claim. And she is like half spider, monster, human mix. Like, I don't even recognize her anymore. And to be perfectly honest, like, when we went to leave, look at Gorgate. When we went to leave, she came up and hugged me, and it was like having a clicking spider in my ear. It literally scared the hell out of me. I don't even know if she's in there.
That sounds like a lot of problems. I'm sorry that happened to you. No, I think that's what you're supposed to say, right, with a friend?
Yeah.
I'm sorry that happens to you. But yes, she used to work for the People's Movement. She was a devout racist for a long time. Then I think she worked for the Beggars Guild in Monarch while she was working with the People's Movement. But she's shown no betrayal to you, right? Maybe she left that movement. Maybe you helped her see the error of her ways. I do not know. But that is one I would point out that I know of. I'm trying to think of anybody else that might have originally come from Monarch. There is that character Mao, whatever his name is. He would possibly be one that I would look into as well. If you were to ask me, that's what I would say. And it's nothing personal towards any of them. It's simple logic with the knowledge that I have. You know of the People's Movement, right?
You do. And it goes against everything that we believe in.
Of course, they're the racist humans that want to kill everything. Vulcan,
Yeah.
werewolf,
Anything that's
not human.
just human.
Yes, and they killed the king of Monarch. That was who killed him. I happen to know that Dr. Levitt is involved with that group. Strangely enough, he's a creature of the night, vampire,
I hate that bitch.
and more.
And more.
Yes.
She would look at him kind of quizzical.
He is a crossbreed. He has blood like I do, and also that of a vampire.
Really?
Yes. He is both lycan and vampire. One of the few that still roams around these areas of the north. They were created long ago, of course, by the Ancient One, whom, by the way, is moving. I'm not sure if you know this, but there are werewolves and vampires moving in the north. The northern city, North Point Keep, is completely taken over by them. The great Ancient One now lives in that keep. I'm surprised he has not called out to the rulers of Mirabilia. Thought that was a vassal of your kingdom. Isn't that the one that controls the Vulcanite?
Yeah. It's
You knew this, correct?
No.
I knew. I received word today from Aspen that there was a storm giant.
Oh, the little fellow. Yes, the one that I retrieved for you from the black ice.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was a cute little guy.
He contacted me today because there is a vampire storm giant. They tried to kill it. It came back to life, and then it took off into the black ice. And he has got this impending sense of dread that it's creating
You see
more of itself.
Gordon, look over his shoulder at you.
Yeah,
He's
I was
like,
gonna look over and see if he was listening.
yeah, he's listening, and you look at him. He looks worried when she says that, and then he goes back. When you look at him, he goes back to prayer. Lucian goes, oh, then the North has greater problems than simply betrayal from close friends. What else is it that you need me to do? I do not feel like that is enough for a lifetime of healing.
Well, I had this dream. I don't know if you're aware of this, but my whole life I've had dreams that come true.
You're a seer. The one that warns. A seer. Yes. My people have them. Or they did. When they were alive. That was a long time ago, dear.
Every time I talk about it, it reaches out and can feel where I am.
You feel it now as you start to talk about it? You get chills up your spine, your hair starts to stand up, and he goes, about what? And you feel it go through the temple, Nira wouldn't go through the temple, you know it wouldn't, but
Yeah.
it goes through the temple to you, you can feel it watching you.
It's watching me right now as soon as I spoke with the dream.
Ah, you must be important.
I'm gonna try to just telepathy him an image of what I saw.
Okay. You do.
So I don't have to speak
You
it anymore.
feel it stir. This whatever it is in its eye, like look your direction. In your mind's eye, you see it, and it just burns. You're like, ah.
Yeah,
And he goes,
that.
ah. Covers his face. You see them both do that. Tuffy's like,
Lily, are you okay?
see him cast a spell, and you feel it leave.
No, it's coming for me. It's a definitely.
What is coming for you, Tuffy says. And
Are you okay,
You see
Lucian?
Lucian kind of do that, and then he looks up, and you see no fear in his eyes. He goes, that was bright. That eye. Made of pure energy. I have never seen or heard of anything like this. That was in the Dwarven Kingdom. I recognize the halls. It is at the bottom of the 7th level. Inside Twin Cities.
Hedda.
The new king. The king and queen Firebrand have taken the throne, I can tell you this. Their kingdom is in martial order, collecting, moving. Everything worth anything is being taken into the mountains. All the cities on the outside are being closed, save one, the den. It stays open as before. I do not know if Empress Isabella has joined with your friend Hedda, but all others have. The dwarves have been unified once again down in the south. Goldfish Mountain is probably shutting down and digging, collecting.
I wouldn't be alive if it weren't for Hedda. And I know everybody kind of knows that, but
Gordon walks up at that point. Yeah, Hedda's a good man, Gordon says.
Is the altar still where I can hear?
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk over to it
Okay.
and go down to pray. She's kind of trying to find out if Ariax accepts necromancers. I don't know if she
Okay.
does or not.
So you just ask, do you have any spells you're casting to do that?
No.
You're just
pray.
asking? Okay,
Just
roll some
pray.
dice.
I got nothing.
Okay.
95?
You don't know.
Okay. That's fine.
Tuffy's right there.
Oh, I forgot Tuffy was standing there.
You can ask him.
She will. She'll telepathy you.
Yeah.
Does Ariax accept necromancers?
Of course, Sarah.
Yeah?
Of course. He looks at you and walks over to you, and he hands you a holy symbol.
She'll hold up the one she has.
Oh, okay. He puts it up. He gives you a hug. Kind of awkwardly, he's like,
I'll hug him.
okay,
Okay, yeah, I'll pray for spells.
okay. You get him
Nice.
from Ariax,
Nice.
right? Not expecting that, were
I was
you?
not. I didn't think she would. I'll kind of utter the incantation to myself that I learned to dedicate yourself to Ariax.
Okay. It does it, and you become a priestess of Ariax.
Nice, that was easy.
On the second one, the dedication on the spell, roll percentile dice for me. Okay.
81?
Okay. Nothing happens.
Okay.
No. Now, at this point, Lucian says, so there should be more than this. At least I should have to hunt something. You can think about it and discuss it. That there's no time limit. We have an agreement. As long as I can take access to this agreement once I finish the job. So between now and then, you know, I'll have to seek healing somewhere else. So the quicker you tell me what it is I need to do, the quicker I can get it done. Tuffy's like, okay, big guy.
so
Let us talk about it a little bit.
the Myra situation?
Tuffy, he immediately says to you, he's like, I'm sorry about all that. I maybe he just, I mean, I'm not saying that she was saying you know, needed to do anything.
What did she say to you?
I said, in honor of love, who should I bring to talk to him? And she said, you, Lily. I mean, you just found out from him that Myra might be a spy? I mean, dare I say that? I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. I don't think she is. I think she's been with us this whole time, just this weird shit that happened to her. We need to fix it.
Yeah. So we do have a couple of tasks that he can do now, and then he can start receiving healing. This is going to be like a lifelong exchange, no?
We need to
No, I
know-
think it's that we, in his mind, he accomplishes a great task, whatever it is, specifically hunting someone down, I would say. And then he'll do, then he'll consider it done, and we'll have to heal him for the rest of his life anytime he wants to come here, which is fine. I have no problem with that.
One of the things is we need to know how Jamal was killed.
Oh yeah, there's that.
Or who killed him.
Let me ask. There's no love in this. I can't.
Lily loves him. Not like that.
No, but I do love him. He was the...
Let's not always just concentrate on that spear. Do you think he's beautiful?
Yes.
Thank you. You see him stop and he kind of thinks to himself and he's like, yes. Vay has the answers. That's what she told me. So I should ask him, or you should ask him.
Okay. Well, that's easy.
Yeah. He knows who killed him.
So that's one down.
I hope it wasn't him. That's what Tuffy says.
That it wasn't Vay?
Yeah, it wasn't Vay. No.
No.
No. I'm sorry, I'm on edge right now. What do you think of Vay? He says to Lucian, he goes, is this part of our deal? He's like, yeah. Yeah, is he betraying us? Is he gonna betray us? He looks at me, he's like, nah. I do not believe so. I would not assume that. However, I would, I would watch that one. He might be doing something that I can't detect. Feels like when I use the abilities that I'm using right now, that they're being blocked somehow. So that's suspicious. And he looks over at him. And talks like, okay. And he looks back at you guys, and Gordon's like, look, we're kind of breaking down a little bit.
We are.
Nobody in our party is a betrayer, including Myra, okay? We have no proof of any of that. Yes, she worked there. That's fine. We didn't know that. Now we know it. She didn't tell us. That's questionable. But she's ashamed. That could be part of it. I mean, I don't think she betrayed us. I think she just I think she's sick and we need to help her. There's so much going on. I don't know why I didn't think about this to Talda. She might be able to help.
She might have an
For God's
antidote.
sake, she's from the Underdark. She knows about loth. She knows about spiders. She knows about poison. She's a poison master. We should talk to her.
We should. Can Zero telepathy Tuffy really quick?
Yeah.
Like, hey Tuffy.
Yeah.
When this was the Temple of Mira, I had left my orb here.
He kind of looks up at you. Yeah.
Is it gone?
That room is sealed, and I have not yet been able to open it since Alexandria left. Even though this is my temple, that is the one room I do not have access to. And I can't get rid of it. I can't, it's here.
Okay.
And when I know, I'll let you know.
Okay. I'm not worried about it, I just wasn't sure.
No, I understand.
And it's Ariax's orb.
Yes.
Happens to be the one that's in there.
I understand. There's a lot of things in there.
Yeah.
Probably why it's locked down. I don't think I want to be responsible for that, and I think Alexandria knows that. But I don't know. She left me the library. I have the library. Yeah.
You might have some books I want to read.
Oh, for sure. Thousands. He just looks at you.
Sorry.
Maybe one weekend we'll just take a look at some books.
There you go.
3 of us. Yeah?
Yeah.
Hang out at the temple and just go through the library and have a good weekend.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
But yeah.
That'd be amazing. I need just a second, you guys. She's gonna go over to the altar.
Okay.
Is the candle still lit?
It is.
She's gonna pull out an incense. And light it
Okay.
and say a prayer.
All right, roll personal dice. What instance was that?
From Tuffy.
Okay. All right. You smell the ever familiar dark aroma of Mira. The smell that
Oh,
was
this was after.
always in her temple. Oh, this was it.
This is after.
He gave you
Wasn't
incense?
it? Did he? Or am I thinking of the wrong person? It was for Ariax. I apologize.
Okay, it was for Ariax?
I
Okay.
personally don't remember who the hell gave it to me.
Okay. All right, you just have it written down. That's cool. Let me think back.
Was it when we
At the temple of
activated that
yeah,
temple?
at the temple, you got some incense from
Okay.
there. That's right. So, yeah, go ahead, roll it.
71.
Okay. Nothing happens. What do you pray?
Um,
Nothing weird happens or anything.
for a clear path, clarity, for clarity of mind and heart, and a clear path forward through love and beauty.
Okay. You feel drawn to Beacon. Like when you're praying, you feel like you're being pulled to Beacon. While you're praying, Gordon looks at you and she's like, probably should go back, do that recon.
Yeah, we should.
This is really not, I mean, I know Lily needs us, I don't want to leave her, but maybe she wants to go in this.
Maybe she does. Beacon
Yeah.
was her home too.
Yeah.
I know she's got a lot going on with Meyer and everything. Maybe she just needs to come, go on an adventure with
We'll
us.
just wait
like the
for
old
her.
days.
You get done praying and you stand up, stop there. So let's go back to the bar.
Okay.
Ray,
Yes.
you feel pumped and energized and full of energy. You realize you can zip from one end of the room to the other with blinding speed, moved by a positive material energy that does it.
Okay.
It'll drain you of a little of that energy if you do that.
Okay. I'll try it.
If you try to go your full movement rate, to just zip, you can do that in one segment. You can go from one standing still position to your full movement rate in one segment and be right on top of somebody. But that will deplete all of that energy that you had, the positive material energy. You have to wait another round for it to build up again for 3 hit points per round,
Okay.
depending on how high you are.
All right. I'll just try to go a little ways just to see.
Okay.
You feel me? Just
All right.
like across the office a little bit, just to.
So you
kinda-
go about 3 feet or so, and the energy depletes.
Okay.
But you do it, you're there, and it's gone. You feel it leave, and then you realize that it needs to start building back up. And if you want, you can stop drinking the poison.
I'll hold on to it, but I'll stop drinking it to let it build up
for
a
a
little
minute.
bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Vay just kind of looks over you, takes a drink. So we got a lot to do, sis.
Yeah, we do. I understand so much more than I did.
Yeah. I didn't know if you were gonna live through it.
No?
No, I prayed to Velia.
I did too.
I think she hurt us. I think that's the only way you lived.
Yeah?
I think it would have killed you otherwise. I don't know if we can make any more of us. I don't know. Anyway,
So, I've got some things to do. I know where she wants her equipment to go.
okay,
She'll walk over to it.
okay. It's all sitting on the table there.
Is there anything that's supposed to go to Vay?
I don't know.
Oh, goodness.
Velia knows the answer to that question, the goddess of justice. Because it's not Velia.
It's not.
It's the goddess of justice, so
Yes.
there's going to be some things. They walks up and he looks down at the ring. He's like, she wants me to have that, I think. Doesn't she?
The ring of gas?
Yeah.
Yes.
And you're like, yes. He's like, I knew it. Thank you, Velia. And he grabs it, puts it on. You see it locked to his finger. Fuck yeah, he says. I got spells now.
Do you?
I don't know what they are, but it's the
Well,
ring.
so what I was gonna have her do with that ring was cast it at my shield, and I'll just absorb it to figure
He
out. what they
turns
are.
and looks at you and
I'll
goes,
hold it up.
he holds up the ring and you're like, oh shit. You see fireball come out of it and just into the shield, and you realize it's like, it almost fills it up.
Fireball.
How many levels can it hold before you can release the energy? How many spell levels?
Hold on.
And you see a ruby pointing up. When he points it at you, it's got a ruby faced out.
Hold that thought.
Okay.
I switched notebooks. And I don't think I put that part over. Hold on, give me 1 second. It was 28 spell levels.
Okay. So that's 3.
That's 3?
Yeah.
Spell levels?
Yeah.
So it doesn't fill it up.
No, it doesn't fill it up. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's just fireball, 3rd level.
Yeah.
It could be higher, you understand it's the level of the spell. So yeah, it puts 3 points in there for you,
Nice.
3 levels for you. He's like, nice.
Fireball.
I can do it again. He looks at you.
I can't. Or, no, I could, actually.
He's like, I can do it a bunch of times, I think. I don't know if, I don't know. I don't think there's a limit. He just
Do you
looks
know
at
what
you.
it does now? Do you know what everything does?
That's the only thing I know, he says.
Okay. Oh, goodness, so we're going to have to do that every day.
Yeah, probably for us to figure it out.
Great.
Anyway, look at the rest of the stuff. He says, tell
She
me
will.
what whose is whose. So yeah, Valia's choice. But Valia's will, I happen to have it. So I will go through Valia's will. I, Valia Vane, with sound mind, give to you my will. Listed below are all the individuals who will receive the things that she has given them. So we'll start real quick with the witch ring. The ring from the sound witches that came from her mother. She gives that to Ray. The Danitarium collar that protects from sharpness shots or vocal shots, she gives to Zira.
Okay.
The Vanguard ring, or not the Vanguard ring, but the Verbadine ring, she gives to Jet, her father. The ring that's blessed, she gives to Remy. Cloak of Displacement, she gives to Doobie. The ring of Gax goes to Vay. The bow and bracers of archery go to Yela, as well as the scarf of happiness. The necklace of telepathy goes to Eris. The anything ring goes to Ray. Phylactery of Faithfulness will go to Dusty. The Black Pearl from Nira will go to Gavin. +3 Buckler with Shield. Buckler Shield will go to Benny. The Verbadine Symbol you give to your Uncle Gordon. The Hill Giant Strength Girdle with 19 Strength goes to Dusty. She takes him for like 10 to 19. Very helpful. The Deep Space Compass and Spyglass goes to Mal. Let's see here. Anything else that she had goes to the Temple of the Goddess of Justice, which will be Alex. He's responsible for all the other items, and that's including her wealth, her gold, any extra personal items, things of that nature. Any questions? Did I miss anything?
Are the Soundwitch ring and the Anything ring 2 separate rings?
They are.
They are?
They are.
They are?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, they're 2 separate rings.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Sweet.
All
Yeah,
right.
I'll put them both on.
Okay.
Do I know it's an Anything ring?
No.
No?
Not immediately. No, you have no idea. You put it on, you don't know what it does.
Okay.
You put the other one on.
Yeah.
An eyeball appears on it and looks at you. Turns around and looks right at you, and then it goes
Got it.
back to a triangle. You feel your throat tighten,
What the fuck?
and it chokes you, but you don't need air anymore. You're a vampire. You're a positive vampire. So it's choking you right now, and you're like, "What the fuck?" You try to talk, and it's like this. And you start to whisper.
I'll take it off.
Goes back to normal. If you would have, you'd been choking if you were human. You'd been sitting there like, but
She kind of looking at me.
the fuck was that?
The Soundwitch ring?
Yeah, don't play with that.
From her mom?
I would,
Maybe I'm supposed to take that back where it goes?
I don't know. That's up to you. It's given to you. It's your choice what you do with it. He says, I'm putting this motherfucker on. He already did it. He already put it on, so.
I'll put the Soundwitch ring in my bag
Okay.
and put the Anything ring on. I'm gonna have to find a way to get
Yeah,
it.
you don't know it's an anything ring. You don't know what the fuck it is.
Come on!
No, you need it identified somehow.
Okay. Alright.
All right.
Okay. I'll
So
look at
Valia's
Vay.
will's done. Her statue's up in the corner. Vay will look at his sister and he's like, I need to talk to Talda and Eris
Okay.
about a couple things. We need to talk to Talda about the poison.
Alright. Do you want me to go give the rest of this stuff to the people it goes to?
So there was something called on. Yeah, there was something else. You notice when he says that. I'm just gonna go ahead and give it to you outside for gaming purposes, but you have an innate empathy with each other, and you can't hide it. Whatever you're feeling goes to him. He feels it. If he's within, the same room as you, relatively close, he can feel it, and you can too.
Okay.
When he mentions Eris, you feel he likes her. He likes her. You realize it.
She kind of smiles. She's starting to gather this stuff.
He looks at you. He goes, "What's so funny? Why
You
are you
like
laughing?"
her.
Who?
Eris.
No, I don't.
Don't lie to me.
You can feel he's lying.
Don't lie to me. I won't tell anybody.
Don't fuck with her. Just leave her alone, okay?
Okay. One of these things is for her.
Oh. It's telepathy to her. It's like, hey, Eris. We got the will of Valia, and
Oh, yeah?
there's some things in here that looks like a necklace that she put in her will for you.
Okay.
I think it was the one that you left for her.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Come on back.
Okay. Yeah. She will. She'll stop playing music.
Everybody kind of looks at you and they're like, thank you. Everybody, it's like, thank you.
She'll hop down and
Okay.
walk towards the back.
All right. You come back there, you see the two of them and the stuff on the table. There goes this necklace, and he holds it up. It's one of the beacon necklaces.
Yeah, beacon
Yeah.
servant.
Yeah.
She'll take it.
Okay. That brings back
AGM.
some memories. That was attached to a scroll at one point.
It was.
I remember that.
AGM made this necklace.
Yeah?
Yeah, a long time ago. Brings that back into her memory. Nice. She'll pull out the unicorn blood dust.
Okay.
Aries will, and
Right.
she'll look at Ray and she'll be like, "This is for you." She'll hand it to her.
Okay, Ray, she hands you this vial with dust in it.
And she'll be like, it goes with that. And she'll point at the unicorn.
Okay.
Ray kind of look at her funny. Look at it, put it in her pocket.
He's like, what is it? And she's like, yeah, he's like, what is it? There's.
It's the blood that was everywhere. All over the.
Didn't look like blood to me.
Well, it took the water out of it because blood rots if you try to.
Oh.
If it sits for too long. I don't know if you need everything to like bring her back, if you get the horn back or what, but.
Roll
there's
an
that.
observation. Is that a +4?
Oh goodness.
16. Right?
Yeah, 5. You're 5.
You see the statue of Bailey in the corner.
Yeah, she won't say anything.
Okay. Right.
She won't say nothing.
And all her equipment's still on the table there, you know.
Ray will start collecting the equipment and take it out there
Okay.
to everybody.
All right. So Ray will walk out there.
Mm-hmm. And just go down the line of.
Okay, and start handing people shit.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Gavin's not here. Gordon's not here.
Okay.
You know, the people that aren't here, but.
Right. Yeah, she'll hand everybody everything and tell them this is from Valia. This was in her will for you guys.
Remy smiles when he puts the ring on. Kind of shakes his head and looks down a little bit. Doobie's like, oh, that was so sweet of her.
Yeah. Wonderful.
I've always loved this cloak. It'll keep me warm at night, he says. And then he puts it on and he's like, oh.
She would laugh.
Thank you, Phalia. Remy's like, yeah, thanks. And they both look up and say that. Dusty looks at his and he's like, Phalia used to wear this.
Yes.
Used to
She
be
wa-
Phalia's. Used to be Phalia's.
It did, and she wants you to have it.
She remembered me.
Of course she remembered you.
I want to bring her back. I should bring her back.
No.
No,
No.
not supposed to bring her back.
No.
That's not a good idea to bring her back.
No.
But I want
Yeah.
to see her. I want to see her. Give
You
her a
try to
necklace.
pray to her. What did she give him?
Necklace,
The necklace?
of faithfulness.
Yeah. She would tell him she wants you to
and
have that.
non-detection.
She told me herself.
It's like she's not gone.
Yeah.
Not gone. She talks to you. She's not gone. She's not
Prayer.
gone. Telepathy.
I don't know.
I don't know either. You do it. Not me. You did it. You talked to her. Not me.
I did.
Talked to
It was
her.
kind of in a dream.
She dream talked to her. He looks at Lucy. Lucy's like, yeah. That's anyway,
She'll
you
go down the line.
go down the line, get everything passed out to everybody. Then he smiles and puts it on. The buckler. He's like, I'll be damned.
And then there was Gordon, Jet, and Gavin.
Yeah.
She'll telepathy Gordon.
Okay.
She'll be like, hey, cuz, you got a second?
And Mal too. Is Mal in there? Mal's in there.
Mal's in there.
You give him that?
Yeah.
He smiles. I don't have to borrow zeros now. Cool. That was nice of yeah. Indeed.
Right?
Gift for the gods. Thank you. Gordon's like, yeah, what's up?
I have something for you from Valia.
It just so happens, are you at the Sith?
Yeah.
This just so happens we need to come there. We need to speak with Vay.
I've got something for Zira, and I've got something for you. Does she know anything about what's going on with Jet or anything like that? I can't remember if she knows. If anybody's told her.
No.
No? So
No.
she would telepathy him herself if she
Okay.
doesn't know.
Alright.
She'd be like, again, hey cuz, got a second?
There's a pause. Not currently, unless it's quick.
Just whenever you have a second, I read Valley as well, and I have something for you from her.
Okay.
Just whenever you have time.
I'll have to have it sent here for her.
Okay.
I can't leave right now.
Are you okay?
Yeah. It was expected. We knew he was close to death.
Who was close to death?
Oh, you don't know?
No.
My father died. I'm the king of Earth.
Oh.
Yeah. That's why I'm busy right now, but we'll
Long
find a
live the
time.
queen.
Please hold on to it for me.
She'll tell him long live the king. She'll hold on to it for him.
Thank you, Raven.
Of course. Yeah.
Please hold on to it, and we'll figure it out.
Okay. She won't.
What is it?
What was it again?
Verbdine ring.
It's her ring. Her Verbidine ring.
Ah. Okay.
Okay.
You hear his voice kind of break.
Then she'll telepathy Vay.
Okay.
She'll be like, hey, Gordon's on his way to
Okay.
come get this. He said they were already on their way here.
Okay.
And then I have to tell you something that I just found out.
Okay.
Jet is now king. I guess him and Gordon's father died.
You feel anticipation.
Are you good?
Yeah.
What's up?
You know, I can't be sad for the old ones to pass along, the ones that wouldn't do the things that needed to be done. No disrespect to the House of Vane. Valia was one of them. But that king was shit as far as I'm concerned. Maybe the next one will do a better job. It's Valia's father. How could he not?
Right?
Good riddance and long live the new king. Meanwhile, stop. Back to you guys at the Temple of Ariax. Gordon says, so we can go to the Sith. They've kind of got some things going on. I guess Valia had a will, and they are giving the equipment out. Ray asked for me and Zira to come. But we need to get answers, so
Vay knows who killed Jamal.
Lucian's still standing there.
Yeah.
He didn't hear any of that.
I
That
was-
was all telepathy.
Yeah, I was still at the altar, right?
Yeah, you're still at the altar. No, you just stood up,
Okay.
and you heard them say maybe Valia will go with us, you know.
Lily.
Lily.
Or maybe Lily will go with us. I'm sorry. Valia was on my mind. Maybe
Yeah.
Lily will go with us. And you pick it up. It's within your ear range, you know.
She would telepathy them, not Lucian, and be like, Zira would. Sorry.
Go ahead.
And be like, maybe that's something for him to do. I wonder why they haven't brought Jamal back already.
So the temple's filled with probably 400 different priests and priestesses, way over what you would expect a priest to draw in, like double what a normal priest would draw in. And the sanctuary has got a few in here. People are bringing in their backpacks, bedrolls, like they've been out in the wilderness. Like you can smell them. They don't smell the best. And you see, but that's what they're doing is cleaning up and they're going to decorate the temple. You can tell that they're just getting it ready, you know, opening it up. So you guys are kind of in the sanctuary, which is pretty much the only spot in the center of this room where nobody's moving around and doing something. Like if you were to try to go somewhere else, you'd be running into people's ways and stuff like that. They're going up and down the stairs, and you guys are
All
just
kind
kind of in
of
the middle of all the activity. Between you and the door is open, but everywhere else there are people everywhere doing things. And they smile at you, they're nice, they're happy. You've heard blessings of Ariax 80 times since you've been standing here. No,
We used
that's
to be
right.
the only ones that said that.
Yeah, right. That's pretty cool.
Hey, Tuffy,
Mm.
please don't forget that there's an open gate from here to the Citadel where Myra is.
I haven't.
And it's permanent. I figured out a secret there, but
Yeah.
unfortunately I can't close it now.
Well, this end is protected. He just kind of looks at you. If you need help with the other side, let me know. I would suggest hiding it, putting it in a building or something, doing something.
Okay.
And yes, you did discover a secret. Thanks. And he smiles at you. He's like, not that we'll ever use that. I don't know how we would do it. But yeah. So if you cast it on a spell gem vessel and bring it, I don't know. That was on the, I don't know if we can ever reproduce that unless it's with the Citadel again.
Or another movable object.
Well, it has to go from the ethereal to the prime. Like, I don't think you can take a spelljammer into the ethereal. Like, the Citadel is unique in that way. Yeah,
I see what you're saying.
yeah.
It's something to think about at a later date.
Sierra would ask Tuffy, how did you die? Do you know?
I don't know how he died.
Where's his body?
I don't know. When I ask questions, I'm told they has the answers.
That's it.
That's all I'm told.
Okay.
And I don't know how many answers he has. You know what I mean? I have no idea. I can ask him if you want me to.
No.
And then once we get the answers, is there anything we can do about it?
Right.
You have to realize that Jamal was connected to a lot of shady
He was.
underground dealings, so there's no telling what we might find out. You know, it could be anything.
Yeah.
But one thing that I do know for sure is that I want Beacon back.
Gordon kind of smiles and looks at you, and he's like, well,
It's my home.
then
It's
you
our
agree.
home.
You agree with us. We're already in the process of taking it back over. We've got some ideas. Let's fill her in.
Absolutely right.
Yeah. She fill her in. She'll start telling her what she knows. But they know.
Yeah.
She'll be like, my plan is to talk to Tuffy and see. She'll kind of look over at him, see if he'll open their dimensional folds into their throne room. Step through and give them a chance to give us our city back. And if they don't, well,
We'll let the zombie suit eat them all. At least that's what she said. He just kind of looks at her.
I kind of like it.
give them a chance, of course. But
I don't know that I'd give him a chance. But
Yeah, we probably should. I'm not really scared of him.
no, me neither. So
You want to come with us?
yeah,
Tuffy's like, I can do that for you when you're ready. Just
okay.
let me know.
Let's go talk with Ray, and then we can.
Gordon walks over to Lily and just hugs you. What the heck? He just gives you a big ol' hug. Pats you on the back.
you okay?
I'm good. And then he just kind of backs away. Nothing. You looked on your back. Tuffy kind of smiles and giggles a little bit.
Pick my pocket. Put something
Yeah!
in my pocket.
He's like, what the hell? Gordon, don't give hugs.
He doesn't. He
What the
doesn't give hugs.
hell?
Ever.
What's happening right now?
You don't know. You don't know he gave you a hug though. And then he just kind of goes, he ignores it afterwards and kind of turns and he's like, so let's go. Let's go to the Sith. We're ways away, so we're going to need to teleport.
Let me get my.
Yeah. Can I just
Abominations?
one more second?
Tuffy's like, I can open a gate, guys. It's fine. Go ahead and take your time.
Let me go.
Yeah, go get your abominations.
Yeah, she'll go get them.
He looks around. Guys, do not be scared. It's fine. These undead are on our side. They're controlled. No worries. And the priests all kind of look and nod and smile and look around for undead.
She'll go get them.
Okay. They come in.
Or she'll just call them
They're
to
like-
her,
They're like, whoa.
actually.
They come in. Gordon goes, get behind her.
Get behind me.
They move. They don't move when he says it. When you say it, they move. They get behind you.
I'm gonna telepathy.
You know,
Lucian.
she'll turn and look at. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
She'll turn and look at them and be like, "Listen to him."
They turn and look at Gordon. He goes, yeah. Fuck nuts. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna telepathy Lucian.
Yeah. He's looking over the zombies. He's just kind of like looking at him. He's like, kind of walks around them. You see them go and like follow him in a circle as they come around behind you. They all three look at him and he's just smiling at them. He's like, nice drapes. Gordon kind of narrows his eyes. He's like, I'm not sure if you're talking about my wife's. I don't know. I don't want to know, he says. And he just kind of does that. And Lucian's like, no, the undead. They look good. They look good. Go ahead.
I think that I want to make a deal. No response.
He just looks at you.
Um,
Is this deal separate than what Tuffy and I have going right now?
yes.
Very well.
I need to know if Myra is a traitor or a spy. I also need to know if she can be healed or restored from her current state.
I can find answers and search and hunt, track people down, but to actually find an answer about a disease or something you said?
I don't
Tuffy
even
goes,
know.
actually it's a magical virus that's created through ethereal wine, and because it was in the deep ethereal plane, it infested itself into the rock itself and her skin. But she's unaffected by the change of the spider, but the spider had been infected by the same stain, and it created it. And at that point, Gordon goes, it's okay, it's easy. It's not going to help him.
Hey, Lily.
He stops and kind of looks over at Gordon and goes, actually it might. The more I know, the better.
Lily. Have you considered an alter reality or a wish? I won't be around when you cast it. Look at her.
Gordon goes, nor I.
But have you considered it? Either one of those might.
Tuffy says, yes, a wish would work if worded correctly. It could heal her of her affliction. He just looks at you. Arax says so.
What if she doesn't want to be healed and then she ends up hating me?
Let me ask her,
Or what if she's a spy? What if she's a traitor and she's eventually going to kill me and I don't?
I could find that information out pretty quickly, Lucian says. Is it
Without
an
her
answer you need to
knowing?
know? And Gordon goes, absolutely, she needs to know.
Yeah.
And what do you want in return?
If I diplomat, you will offer your services to me.
Done.
Smiles. Very well. I will return. He turns and walks out the temple, and you see him disappear.
Oh, I telepathy him real quick. Hey,
Yes,
you get on that rock with her, she's gonna be able to know you're there.
I'm not going to that rock.
Okay.
If she's a spy, then she's commanded by someone. And that someone I can ask directly, and he will have to tell me.
Okay.
A favor for a favor, right?
Right.
I spend a favor to accomplish this for you.
Okay. Thank you. Oh yeah. I'm gonna put the hat back on, Lucian, so you're not gonna be able to talk with me. Contact 0.
Very well.
Thank you.
All right. Tuffy, Gordon says, you ready?
Yep.
Tuffy opens his dimensional fold
Put the hat back on.
right outside the Sith. Gordon says to Ray, he's like, we're here. Gordon walks up to the door.
Yeah, she told me.
Okay. He opens it. You guys go in.
Yep.
Gorgain.
Did you hear what I said about the hat?
Gorgain closes it behind him. Yeah, you put the hat on. Okay. The hat. All right. You make it, and you make it into hair again, right? Is that what you said, or no? No.
Yes.
Yes, you make it into hair again.
Yes.
Okay. All right, so it can't be seen. All right.
What in the hair again?
The hat.
Right. Okay. So you come in. You do not see Vay. You see Ray standing there, and you don't see Era. She's not in there. Ray, you see him.
Nice. She'll walk up to him
Okay.
and what went to Gordon? The Verbatim symbol, right?
Yeah.
She'll pull it out and hand
Okay.
it to him.
All right.
And then she'll step in front of Zero and she'll pull out the collar and hand it to her.
Okay.
Zero would smile. Take it.
Ray will tell you what it is, right?
Yeah.
Tell you.
Yeah,
So
she'll tell them both.
all right.
Yeah, Gordon already knows what his is, but yeah, she'll
He
tell you
does.
what it is.
he kind of looks at it, smiles. Ray, you know, Gordon's brother's Jet.
Mm-hmm.
So his dad died too.
Mm.
You may not get it.
Yeah, she'll look at him and in Verbatim, she'll tell him my condolences. She'll kind of nod at him.
He says, thank you. In Verbatim, back to you. He says, long live the king. In Verbatim.
Long live the king.
You hear Dusty say it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, from across the room.
In Verbatim.
In Verbatim.
Shit.
Gordon kind of looks at
She
him and
was looking at
smiles.
him.
Dusty just quizzically looks at him.
If anybody would know that, it would be Dusty.
Tatalda goes waves at you guys. She nods at you guys, and she goes back this way, towards this way. She gets right about here and sits there.
Oh.
And when you guys walk in, that's where she does. She moves over there, away from everybody.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Did Gorgain come with us?
Yes, he's with you. Gorgain is with you. He walks up to Mao, you know, to Tatalda, and he sits down right there at the bar. And you see Jojo come over to him. He goes, what can I get you? He goes, oh, I'm good. I don't need anything. Thank you.
Lily's gonna go talk to Yayla.
Okay. She, when she sees you, she's standing next to Remy, you know, she's like kind of hanging with Remy right now. And you can tell Remy's been crying. You can tell by his eyes.
That's where Ray was gonna go, was walk up to her and
And Yayla will see you, and she's like,
Hey, sweetie, what are you doing?
she comes over and gives you a. Actually, she leans forward like Woodell's do and puts head to head. She says, "It's good to see you again."
How are you holding up?
Okay.
You've been through a lot.
Yeah, it's weird. She's gone. I didn't really spend enough time with her. And she looks over at Ray. She's like, "What? Or you either. I'm sorry.
All is forgiven.
Maybe we could remedy that."
Of course.
She smiles. Remy's like, "Yeah, we all kind of got spread out. We all, didn't we?" And Doobie's like, "Yeah, yeah." Dusty's like, "We are different. You were different. You were mortals. You're mortals. Not immortal, but mortal. You died. You died. She saved you." He's like, "Okay, all right." Doobie's like,
Yeah, Ray's just like agreeing with us.
he looks at you, he's like, "Okay."
Yeah.
They don't seem to understand.
No, it's fine.
You can see Yayla gets it when you say it. She
Mhm.
like looks at Dusty when Dusty says it. She's like,
They would have died if they would have stayed with us. Yeah.
Eris,
Yes.
you're in the back with Faye.
Okay.
So,
What's up?
what are you gonna do now that Tarnak's gone? I mean, did Zero worship Tarnak?
No.
No.
No, Zero worship Mira.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys look different too.
Yeah? What do you mean?
I hate to see people taken advantage of. I hope that's not what it is. I'm sure that's not how you feel, but you never really had a choice when you came into existence. You were kind of like Zira, right? Did you ever have a choice to really be your own self? Or did you follow in her footsteps for a while, doing the same, having the same energy she had?
Yeah, for sure. Until we got separated
Yeah.
through the grace of Nira. Absolutely.
I was just
Yeah,
curious.
yeah.
Just curious how you felt about that.
It's kind of weird, but
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Back to the other room. Real awkward. You're like in there, like this is really awkward. Ray,
What was that?
you feel embarrassment from Bay. You can feel it. He's like embarrassed. And you know she's back there, Eris is back there. Like ashamed, embarrassed, like it's not going, like something didn't go good, didn't go right. And it concerns you, it makes you want to protect him.
is she telepathy and she like, you alright?
Yeah. Fuck, I don't know what to say to this girl.
You don't know what to say.
I don't. I feel that. I know you think that's funny. It's not fucking funny.
Just be yourself.
I can't be myself.
Why not?
If I'm myself, I'll fucking do things to her that I don't want to do. I mean, I can't do that. I can't. Like, I mean, she's not a blood bag. She's different. Right?
Yeah, for sure. If that's how you feel, you have.
Never mind. Just fucking forget I said anything. I
You
don't want
have
to talk about this. This is not something I care to talk to you about.
You got this.
How do you know? You've never had a boyfriend. You never had a girlfriend. What? I don't even know what. Yeah. How do you know? You don't know. You can't help me with this.
I don't know shit.
You know nothing. He says.
She agrees with it.
Yeah.
She's like,
Right.
Yeah, I don't know shit.
He's like, if I wanted to talk to somebody about a relationship, it'd probably be her. Like, in the fashion that if I needed advice, she's probably like a matchmaking type, right? I mean, I've seen her do. I mean, or Tuffy, but fuck. Let's just forget about it. There's shit to do. I don't need this right now. I don't need any extra anything. She hasn't shown any interest. I mean, she's shown. I think she wants to be my friend. You know how that goes. I mean, I'm praying and hoping that's not what's going on. Like, we're, you know, I want to be your friend, you know. I mean,
Ask her.
no, I'm not fucking asking her. Are you crazy? She's got to ask me. I'm not asking
I'll
her.
ask her.
Don't you fucking dare. You stay the fuck out of this. Seriously. So, there's been no attacks on the bar or anything's been locked down. I don't know what we should do. If we should release things or what's going on with Mirabilia, but yeah.
Is Tuffy done putting protections up on the city and stuff?
I think he is. I think what he did just I don't know. I don't know. I need to figure it out, but I don't know yet. So you can feel him think. You could feel fear come across his mind for a second. While you're telepathying, you feel fear from Bay.
Like,
Yeah, like
when I
danger.
said what?
Like danger. Just not when you said anything, you just feel it come off of him.
Are you okay?
Yeah. I'm sorry. I was thinking about Jamal.
Yeah, what the hell's going on with that?
You don't need to concern yourself with it. It's not important. As few people know this as possible. It's better.
Alright. You know if there's anything I can do to help?
Okay.
Mm.
Lily, you and Gordon, or you and Yale are talking.
Mm-hmm.
And Gordon comes up to you. Zera's behind him. He's like, so we need to talk to Bay.
We do.
Ray?
Yeah.
We need to talk to Bay. Is he in the back?
Yeah, hold on a second.
Okay.
Should flip for Faye. Should be like, Faye.
Yeah.
Gordon and Zera and Lily want to talk to you?
Okay. What are you feeling when you tell him that? Anything strange? Like.
Concerned that he's gonna get mad that I interrupted him
right.
again.
He's like, no problem. Thank you for telling me.
Yeah. Yeah, she'll look at Gordon. Go ahead.
All right. Lily, come on.
And Zera will go with him.
All right. Lily, you were sitting there talking to Yayla. So.
I'm gonna turn back to Yayla and tell her, you know, I'm still here for you.
She smiles. I know.
I would not suggest going anywhere alone.
Oh, I'm not. I'm with these guys. And she looks at Lucy and Remy and Doopy and Dusty. She says, I'm not going anywhere. And Benny.
It's still not safe.
Okay.
I'm gonna be gone for a while. I'm gonna be out of pocket. You're not gonna be able to telepathy me if you need me.
Okay.
If you do need anything, can you contact Zera?
I can. I can.
I'll be with her.
Sounds good.
Just
Be safe.
thank
Whatever you're doing, I don't know what you're doing, but if you need me, let me know.
The less people that know, the better.
Ah.
Okay, I gotta go.
You guys go to the back. Eras is there when you walk in. You see, roll an observation with a +4 and you'll see Bailey, statue in the corner. You think it's her actual being. Her body that's turned to stone. If you look close enough, you'll notice it probably is. Gordon walks up to it. He just walks past and he looks at Eris. He's like, hey. He walks past Bay. He's like, nods at him. And Bay's like, yeah, we thought that was a good spot for her. And he's like, yeah, it is. And he walks up to it. And looks at
Aries
it.
will walk up and squeeze the shit out of Lily.
Okay.
Give her a huge hug.
Jill hug her back. Try not to cry.
Hi. How you doing?
Have a seat, guys, Bay says, and he sits at the table.
I'm gonna stay distracted and let somebody else handle that.
Aries will sit next to him.
He's like, take a load off, guys.
You sit down next to Aries.
Yeah, I'll sit down on the other side of Lily.
Okay. Vay's like, what's going on? What do you guys know? What's happening? And Gordon's on the statue. He's like, oh, well, we came to find out about Jamal. He kind of looks over at him. He's like, find out what? About his dad? You guys know his dad. And Gordon's like, yeah.
Who killed him? Where he is? Where's his body? Can we get him back?
Lily says that?
Yeah.
He kind
She just starts bobbing off.
He kind of looks at you as you're bobbling off about it all and then looks around the room kind of nervous. You feel that fear again, Ray, the empathy. It's like, so as few you know about this as possible is the best. I do know what's going on, right? I think I know what's going on. He kind of looks around the room. So it's Gordon, Ares, Ray. No, Ray didn't go back in? That's right.
No. Ray's out in the bar.
Okay.
Zira and Ares are both
Zira, Ares, Gordon,
and Lily.
Lily. Okay.
Where's Gorgain?
Oh, Gordon's out in the bar. He's out sitting by Mal.
That's right.
Yeah, so, yeah, it's just important. So he'll tell you. He says it in a whisper. He says, so Jamal and I made some deals. I gave him all the gold he needed to pay off all the debt for the black banks. He took that and paid their debts off and gave it to him, and they didn't want to pay it back, I'm sure. They killed him. And I think Dr. Levitt was involved.
Fucking bitch.
It's really all I know. Except for the fact that his body can be, they have his body. His wife has his body. Soul's gone, spirit's gone. It's not there. Whatever happened, however it happened, that's what took place. His body didn't have any marks on it whatsoever. So it gets dangerous when you start asking questions.
Yeah. Especially with who you're dealing with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We should be careful with the subject.
Very.
You know more. You know better than I. I was told that I was a member through Jamal, so you understand why I'm nervous now. They want me dead too. I'm the only one that knows. Now you guys know.
Zira
He
does
looks
have
at you.
Mind Bar up, just
Okay.
so you know.
All right.
She has Mind
That's
Bar
fine.
up,
So does
yeah.
Gordon. Yeah. He says you're the only ones that know besides me and Jamal. That's it. No one else knows.
Areas, do you have mind protections? So you're the only one that... Areas would be the only one that would be vulnerable.
So Mind Bar is what they're talking about. That's different than any other form of protection.
Okay.
You can be non-detected and still be detected. You
Right.
can be non-detected
Mind
twice,
Bar
3 times.
basically makes
You'll-
you're immune to mind effect.
Right, but the bar's also sealed with magic right now, and he tells you, Vay tells you that I don't think anything comes in and out of here right now, but still we need to be very careful because they can divinate on us. That's my concern. It's not so much someone coming. At least not right now. Gordon's like, so we're gonna take Beacon back. And Vay's like, oh yeah? Like, yeah. We're gonna build Beacon back. We've got some ideas, but that is our goal right now. And we're getting ready to go there here in a little bit. And Faye's like, I can't go there. I gotta take care of things here. There's no way I can take off right now. He's like, oh no, that's fine. We got it taken care of. We'll let you know if we need any help. I think we got it. He looks over at Lily and he looks at Eris. He's like, if you're interested, we might require your services in building. Once we take a look at it, got some ideas. I want the city to stay underwater, and I want to build tunnels under the water where the streets are. I want to connect and interlink everything, but keep it underwater. I was trying to think about how could we protect the city from this happening again. It's easy. Leave it how it is.
Okay.
Anyway,
It's a really cool idea, Gordon.
we'll need some help. I need some help. I can't do it. I'll need Ares and maybe you. Walls of Force. We're going to need to figure it out. And we're going to build a Verbidine temple. We're going to try to bring in 12 gods, 13 gods, and bring them all together in this giant pyramid for the Verbidine. And maybe have some Vanguard or whatever else, or maybe, who knows. But I want to bring Delia. Valk. Maybe her temple, one of her temples as well as other gods. Ariax, of course.
Velia is Val?
Yes. Gordon says yes.
As in the staff of Val?
He looks at it, he's like, yes, she is the goddess Valk. We recently found that out. Thanks to Vay. And he looks at Vay, and Vay just kind of looks at him. Under our nose the whole time. Right here. Yeah. It's a holy item.
She looks at Zira.
Lily hears in her head. Now she doesn't. Son of a bitch. Go ahead.
Looks at Zira for like what? Like help?
Like,
Like, oh my god?
yeah.
Remember when I activated her temple?
I do.
Yeah. Kind of crazy. Do you? For some reason, the staff and the orb of Valk ended up with you.
I'm sure our temple could use them. If you could, perhaps talk to Alex about it. It'll be in Beacon. There's no rush.
Zero would say those orbs will activate the temples.
Yeah.
And you don't have to leave it there. That's not how it works.
Right.
So,
Basis. Lily.
yeah.
Rabbit's looking for you.
Oh, where is he?
He's out in the bar.
Okay.
Gordon's like, are we going to be leaving soon?
Yeah.
Zira and I are thinking about reconnaissance. Just taking a look at what's going on. If you guys want to go with us to do that. Tuffy, we need to speak with him and have the undead ready. He needs to go where the undead are and open a gate for us, and we'll go from there. So I guess we'll meet on the undead level when we leave.
Okay.
Okay.
Does that sound good? Or in the Temple of Ariax, one or the other. Meet there and then go to the undead level. It's up to you guys.
Ares would tell Gordon once you get the city cleared, let me know.
Thank you.
Of course.
Excuse me for a moment.
Yeah.
She'll get up. And
Gordon
go.
gets up and leaves with
Yeah, Zero will too.
you. They follow you out. Yeah.
I'll go find Rabbit.
Okay. He's sitting at the bar. Walk in and he kind of looks at you and smiles.
Hey.
He walks up to you. Kind of walks over to a table over here and he's like, so, Griffin Riders are protecting the city still.
Mirabilia or Beacon?
Beacon.
There. What do you mean?
I mean, they're working with the bandits. They're protecting the city. I don't know what kind of deal they have, what's going on, but they never left. Griffin Riders stayed there.
Our Griffin
Yeah,
Riders?
yeah, they never came to Mirabilia. During the war, they fought the war, remember?
Mhm.
And then they never came back. They stayed there. They're still there. There are others there too. So I've gained some information I can tell you about.
Let's bring Gordon and Zero on this.
Okay. All right. You guys go over there.
Promotion.
Okay, they come over.
And Gordon promotion for.
Okay, he
People
comes
are-
over. Mao will come with him.
Now smells the adventure. He's like,
Yeah,
what
he
you guys
does.
doing? What you guys doing?
Like, okay, so what I have been able to gain intel on is that the Griffin Riders are still in the city of Ethan, protecting it. He has some kind of deal with whoever's ruling the place. His name is Thorn, is his name. And there are a lot of people still there, you guys. The halflings, they're still there. They still live up top. It seems that no one is really escaping unless they fly or some other way get in and out of there. The Griffin Riders are taking people from the city to other locations, but they do not go out at night. And during the day, they've taken a few gambles going across with boats, and they've lost people from creatures and things of that nature.
So there's something in the water.
There are lizardmen. There are undead. There's an undead dragon, at least one of them that's there.
Right now.
At night, soul eaters come out. Remember those fucking things? They come out. I don't know who's controlled. They don't know. So there's some kind of something going on there. Bandits are kind of keeping it tight, whatever it is. But at the same time, they've lost a lot of numbers, so I think they're kind of trapped or something. There's something going on. So, yeah. Anyway, yeah. That's really all I was able to figure out.
That's a lot.
It is
Yeah.
a lot.
It is.
That is.
I thought about parlaying with the bandits, but man, I can't trust them. Can't trust them. You know, I overheard a lot of them and stuff like that. They're thieves. They're fucking robbers. All they care about is money and fame and like, being well known as bandits. That's really all I care about. So, yeah.
For sure. I didn't expect you to go.
Do you remember Jean?
Remind me.
She was married to what's his name? Steph. Do you remember Steph?
I do.
Oh my god.
Remember Jean?
Yeah.
His girlfriend, but it was more I don't know. Anyway, I don't know if she identified as a male or female. You know what I mean? It was
I do.
anyway. She's in league with them. She's with them. She's there.
Is Steph there?
I don't see any. No, he's dead, isn't he?
No.
Didn't the dragon? Didn't Tiamat or the bitch pain kill him?
No.
No.
Shh.
Those
Anyway.
rabbits.
At that point, Gordon says, "Well, we have enough information. I'm not really concerned. If they're up on top, we can get in there. Find out what the fuck is going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's go talk to them. That's what we need to do." Yeah.
All right.
You ready?
Yeah.
Go to the undead level.
Telepathy, Tuffy.
Okay, let's do it.
Gordon, no. So Zira, her abominations,
Mm-hmm.
Lily, Gorgain, Mal, Gordon. 6 of you leave. Is that right? 6? So Lily, Gordon, Mal, Gorgain, Zira, and the 3 abominations.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
You guys, with the help of Tuffy, can get to the undead level.
Okay.
When you guys appeared there, You see Zira has command of around 30,000 undead that are on this level, just randomly standing there. And when she shows up, when you guys come in, they turn to her and look at her. Kind of, I'd say about 30 feet away from you are a bunch of Verbadyne Rangers that are all orcs and half-orcs sitting there, kicked back, smoking pipes, sharpening weapons, doing different things. And they look over at you guys, and the undead are not fucking with them. They don't fuck with them at all.
Hey, my
As
guys.
soon as they see you, they stand up and they go to attention, Zira.
Mm-hmm.
You see your son, Zirin, come from behind them and walk up. You see Zirin. And he just kind of looks at you all and he's like, well. Hey, Mom.
Hey.
Dad.
The
It's
half orcs, the Verbadyne Rangers, are they the ones that went with me on the
Yeah.
trip? Oh
Yeah.
goodness, their god is standing in front of them.
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
They're kind of standing there in shock when they see Gordon, but they stand at attention, you know. Zirin doesn't. He just walks out, says that, and then he walks up. He's like, Lily, Gorgain, Mal, good to see you all.
You're so grown up.
Being a general of your mother's army is not easy. There's a lot of times where you just gotta sit on your ass and wait. Are we doing something? He looks real serious at her.
Yes. We are going to take Beacon back,
About damn time, Mom.
right?
What about the sisters?
I don't know where they're
Who knows?
at. Oh, she'll telepathy Gordon.
Mm-hmm.
She'll be like, hey,
Yeah.
I can't believe I forgot to tell you, but if their stuff is still in the temple, then we have 2 rings to the old spelljammer that they stole. It's in the north, over with the sheeplock.
You see him kind of look down at his hip on the bag. He goes, you mean these rings?
Give me one.
He pulls one out and hands it to you.
I'm gonna put it on.
I don't know what ship is. I haven't tried to use it.
Okay.
I know you've got to be within a certain range,
Yeah.
but I haven't tried. Maybe we should. Try it.
Should fill out with it.
You don't feel anything within range.
Yeah.
All right, Tuffy will open up the dimensional fold straight into the castle, the stronghold in Beacon. You guys know what it looks like. You have been there many, many times.
We have.
And I'll throw the map up here real quick.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to.
So one thing I have to mention is Havoc is there as well, your brother.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I was gonna ask, and then I was also gonna say before we go through, before we even walked out of the bar, she would have put that collar on her arm.
Okay.
On
One
her,
from Velia.
Yeah, on her zombie.
One
hand.
other thing I just saw in my notes here that I forgot. Velia wanted to give the Elven Cloak and Boots to Gayla.
Lily did.
Or Lily did, I'm sorry. Not
Yeah,
Velia.
she's been planning on doing that. She just had not
Okay.
seen her.
All
to
right.
do it.
So I'll go ahead and allow that. I could have given that to her while you were in the bar with her.
Okay.
Okay. I think that was the other thing. So, yeah.
Okay. So before they open the gate,
Okay.
I'm going to use my hat
Okay.
to go improved invisibility,
All right.
and I'm going to
Lily
move-
disappears.
move silently
Okay.
at 109%. Do you want me to roll it or you?
I got you.
Okay.
Okay. Gordon pulls his bow out, puts an arrow in it, knocks it, and puts it to his side.
Mhm.
And
I'll put my zombies around me, like this,
Okay.
on the sides that Gordon isn't
Okay.
on.
All right.
I'm gonna pull out my amethyst dagger.
Okay.
and lace it with. 1 second, sorry.
Lace it, she says.
Yes. I'm actually gonna pull out both my weapons,
Okay.
so I have them, so I don't have to use an action in case we go into combat. And I'm gonna turn the wand of skewering into a longsword.
Okay.
If you remember that awesome fucking magic item
I
you
do.
gave me? It
I
goes
do.
through all magical armor.
Yeah.
Goes through all magic.
Yeah, so you turn the wonder skewering into a
Longsword.
longsword.
Yeah.
Mark a charge off.
I'm gonna use the poison that Jamal gave me
Okay.
in honor of his death.
All right.
It's save versus poison, -4 to hit.
Okay. All right.
I'm set.
Gorgain has his sword out still. Mal kind of looks at you guys. He's like, so we're going home.
Yes.
Fucking betcha.
He pulls out a sword and a dagger and goes invisible. And then he says, you can hear him say, he goes, are we killing?
We'll see.
Okay.
More than likely.
Tuffy's like, I will watch through this end, and if you want the zombies and everyone, your son says, are they coming if you go? Points at the rangers. They're still standing at attention.
Just tell them, Gordon, do we need him?
Maybe.
She'll know.
Come in after the zombies if we need you. Let the foot soldiers do the work if we need them. No reason for any of you to haphazardly run in there. When you're ready. Tuffy's
Everybody
like,
got their shit together?
Tuffy winds up, pulls up opens a dimensional fold. You feel a very fabric of space and time kind of rip and fold, and an opening shows up, and you can see into the throne room. There are around 9 individuals in the throne room. There is an elf sitting on the throne. Standing next to him, you see Spinster.
Didn't we kill that motherfucker?
You
A
did.
couple times.
Spinster as in
Yeah.
the
Black dragon.
the black dragon that has been haunting you for fucking
Sith
ever.
level 1.
Yeah. Anyway, there's a few other individuals in there. They all look like bandit types, you know what I mean? You do see Jean. When you cast in the dimensional fold opens up, she turns towards it and she goes, company, and you hear her say that, and they all kind of turn that direction. The elf that's sitting in the chair, he goes, calm down, we're expecting them. And he holds his hand up. He's got black hair that kind of comes down over his face, real long. He goes like that and just holds his hand, relax, put your weapons away. Gordon's like, just kind of looks at you guys. He's like, maybe they'll talk.
They will.
He steps through.
Step through behind him.
You go invisible. When you go invisible, you realize that the portal makes a
I was going to say, I am going to attach myself to Gorgain's
backside.
backside.
Okay. All right. Kind of hides your coming in. Everybody comes in. Gordon says, greetings. Greetings and salutations. And he starts to just walk into the room very calm with his bow at his side. The elf sitting on the throne, you can't really see his face much. He's just kind of like this. And he goes, thank you for coming. It took you a while. He's like, we have come to speak terms, haven't we, my dear? And he looks at Zira.
We have. Like, looks at me to take it.
Yeah?
Yeah, she looked at me. So, the city's ours. You all know that. You can either give us our city back, or I can let zombies through this portal and we'll eat every single one of you.
We have no quarrel with you, but I will not speak or hand over this city to anyone but Lily Thistlebriar. Do what you must. Gordon kind of looks over at him like, Why, Lily? Don't concern yourself with that. I will speak only to her. You see him kind of look around. He's like, but she's here, isn't she? And Gordon says, perhaps. Her and many others. He kind of looks over at the dimensional fold and he's like, you see the zombies? You see him kind of turn and look and he's like, yes, I see them. They can be allies as well. We have no quarrel.
I'm gonna step out from behind Renee.
Okay. Do you appear?
Yeah.
He goes like that and kind of lifts up. And he kind of moves his hair out of his face and you see a wood elf. He goes, sister. Finally, we meet. How's mom and dad? I'm your long-lost elder brother, Thorn Thistlebriar. It's a pleasure to finally meet you, sister. I've heard so much about you.
Where have you been?
I was almost killed by water. And then dragons, lizardmen, juju zombies, several things.
Have you been here in Beacon the whole time?
Well, close by, Crazy Dog Canyon. She just kind of looks at you. You did not succeed in killing us all. Kind of looks around at everyone. But as I said, we have no quarrel.
She's gonna start to use her charisma.
Okay. Roll it.
Well, brother, I had no idea that you were so close.
Yeah.
Okay. Mal telepathy you. Someone else is here invisible. He's tracking me. Just so you know. Jean is just looking at you guys. She doesn't have hate or anger. She's just looking at you like... You know she was a priestess, so...
With Nira
Mm-hmm.
and Larkin, both.
Mm-hmm. At one point.
I'm gonna whisper to Raziel.
Okay. Right.
Is somebody invisible in this room?
Pokes her head out
Show me.
in your hair. She just kind of hides in your hair and the hat a little bit and starts using her vision to look around. You see a bandit and he's got two boomsticks. They're different than yours. You've never seen any like this. He's got a little bowler type hat on, leather pants. He's got holsters that these boomsticks go in, and you can see bullets on his holsters. He's got this feather in his hat that comes out that's kind of a pink color. And he is behind Mal.
I'll say out
But he's
loud.
at least 10 feet away from Mal. He's just behind you.
I'll look right at my brother and tell him, call your dogs off my friends now.
He nods at you and goes, at ease, men. Big guy, probably almost 7 foot tall. He's like 6'8". He's big. And then you see another guy appear from up above on the walkway where the Red Riders usually hang out. He appears and he's got a bow and he's dressed all in black with a black cloak, big black cowboy looking hat. And he just kind of looks down, and he's got a black scarf over his face, and he just looks down. He's got a bow in his hand. He appears, and then you hear your brother say, "Billy, appear." And over behind Mal, you see that guy appear with the pink feather in his hand. He spins the 2 boomsticks and sheathes them and starts walking up to your brother. "Man.
Thank you.
You're quite welcome."
I tell Rizil, keep watching.
"Fellas, these are our allies. And this is their city." You see him get up and stand off the throne and step forward. And he comes up to Lily. Extends his hands like this, like in the drow piece, and then just kind of moves forward. He's dressed really nice too, like you can tell he has a lot of money. And he leans forward like to put his head against yours. He touches and he says, "It's a pleasure to meet you, finally. As I said, I've heard so much about you. We were not lying when we said the city is yours and we were holding it for you. What we were lying about is that we're having a hard time leaving it."
Why?
"We have an agreement with their ruler, and we live up here, and the denizens live down there."
Denizens?
The denizens, creatures. "The deal we have made is with a being called the priesthood." And you see Jean kind of look over at you guys when he says that. You catch
see
eye.
Lily's
You catch
eyes
eyes with her, and she
narrow.
goes, "That's why I'm here. You must pay the price. He betrayed us all."
What else has he done?
He hasn't done much. Initially, the problems that we had were, well, he looks over to his side and he says, "Snorky, let him know what you know." You see this guy come up and he's got these goggle glasses on and a wetsuit that's underneath a kind of a tight looking cloak. You recognize this as a manta ray cloak. And he comes up, he goes, "We have been underground," and he's human. He says, "We have been underground, black hair, human, blue eyes. We have been underground in the tunnels in the water, and we stirred something up towards the gate, the front gate. In that area, there were some tunnels that connected to the temple structure down deep in the ground, approximately 60 feet or so under the water. We stirred something. The mummy kings. As they came up, they were put back down by the priesthood.
Those fucking tombs.
There's also an undead dragon. Very large. Terrifying. We have mapped out most of the areas, but there's more. During the evening, the Soul Eaters come. There are lizard men that are down under the caverns. There are undead everywhere, all in the water, in the buildings, in the depths.
The undead are the least of our worries. She'll look at Sarah.
She'll telepathy Gordon and tell him they're gonna start coming to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're within a mile, aren't you?
I am. And all the other ones are on the other side of that portal besides these 3. Just a heads up.
Gordon says, we kind of attract undead, so you need to let your men know, or anybody that's up here, that they may be starting to come to this location. Your brother kind of squints his eyes. Thorn does. He goes, "You mean they're coming here now?" He says, "Possibly." He says, "I will let my scouts know. So far, we have no sign of anything. They would tell me."
They will be our allies. They're not to be harmed.
What, the undead?
She looks at Zero. No?
Billy,
No.
little Luke. He says, Billy, little Luke. Go see if anything's going on and let them know. Let Guildmaster Brenoff know. Let Blackie know. And Tongues, go to the Bear's Den and let them know. So, yes, sir, he says, let the Halflings know. And the Dragon Slayers, let them all know that something's going on. So, very well. So Luke walks out. Little Luke goes with him. 6'8" guy. If the name Little Luke sparks a memory,
It most
it's
definitely
the
does.
little guy that a couple years, 3 years, 2
That
years
Ray
ago that
killed.
Ray killed. The mentally unstable individual
The
that,
one who snuck into her tent while she was sleeping.
yeah.
Yeah.
Then he looks up and he's like, hey Doc, get their back. And he nods at him, the guy with the black bandana and the black hat, like he just nods him in the bow and he disappears up there. Not magically, just walks. But you hear Guildmaster Brenoff is still here.
Yeah.
Zira. Is it Zira that was Merchant's Guild?
Yes.
So he says the Dragon Hunters, he says Guildmaster Brenoff, yeah. Then he looks at you and he says, my relationship with the Druids is not very good, but there is some things here that will concern them. We have seen defiled Druidic magic in these waters. There's a circle that I know that is there that has been tainted somehow. I know the Druid that controls that area and moved to that circle is aware of what has happened, but we have not seen her.
Durza.
Yeah. Is that her? Her name is Durza. Yes, that I think so.
She used to travel with us.
Gordon's like, it's Zira's sister.
Yeah.
He looks at you.
Half sister.
Maybe she knows something. You say half sister.
Mhm.
It's funny.
If that wasn't obvious already.
The worst of it all is the presence of Erishkigal and Nodule are here. We believe that they're building a temple somewhere down there. We believe that the priesthood has some allies. I'm not sure if the priesthood himself or itself is involved with the building of the temple. We don't really know what the priesthood is doing. We do know that we made a deal with it and that all the stuff stopped from before and they have left us alone. Unless we travel at night on the waters and then things happen. But no one else comes up here to the top. We do know that there's a priest named Ilkleaf that works with Erishkigal that is down in the depths of the waters. And then the priesthood itself.
Is everybody we got killed here? Is that
What's happening?
is that what's happening right now?
Well, Ilkleaf escaped.
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah.
I thought we
Yeah.
killed him.
No.
He
No.
escaped?
He escaped when
Yeah.
that dragon attack.
All right.
Everything's good here. You'd be happy to know, my sister, that your apartment is fine. It's like you left it. No one's there. We've made sure no one's in and out. Luckily, the Baker brothers are still here, helping with the food.
Oh, I miss that.
There are a few of your soldiers that survived the wars within the Billixes inside the
Sabindo?
military areas. Sabindo, is that ring a bell? Sabindo, and one of them goes, yeah, he's there. With some others, I believe they were known as Red Riders, he says. Yeah, there are some of those there.
Those are my boys.
So, yeah. He just looks at you and he's like, glad you're here. We can discuss things if you'd like. I don't know if you guys need to eat or if you want to get right to it, but we've got a lot to do.
Yeah.
Stop there. Go back to the bar.
Oh, goodness.
Ray,
Yes.
you and Vay and Ares.
She was over there talking to Remy. Ray was.
Right, you and Vay and Ares are all in the bar. You're over there talking to Remy and them and Yayla, and they're looking at their stuff from Valia.
Mm-hmm.
Vay says to Ares, he's like, well, so that was interesting.
No, for
They're
sure.
going to take Beacon back. You're not going with them?
No. They don't need my help. They got it.
Right. It shouldn't be a problem, I don't think. So I guess we need to make sure the city's secure and everything.
Tuffy got all the protections up, right?
He did.
What else needs to be done?
Well, we need to get the people back to normal, I think. They need to start feeling safe. Maybe a festival? Party? Something?
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah.
We can do that.
Been through so much. There's, Valia dying,
Yeah.
Nigel coming in here. City protection. I think things are under control right now, but wow. What a whirlwind the last few hours have been.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. You feel excitement, Ray? Come from Vay.
She'll leave it.
Okay.
She'll just leave it.
All right.
That's gonna get
It's gonna get weird.
It is. Vay looks at Eris and he's like, is everybody okay in the other room?
Yeah, I charmed all of them.
Nice.
There was
Nice.
a lot of residual fear in
Okay.
there. It's really strange, but as soon as I started playing, it left, so I think they're all good.
Right on. I appreciate that.
Yeah, of
Thank you.
course. It's what I do.
How's your friends, Mac and all them? Your daughter?
They're good. They're in their room. The other room over there.
Okay.
She'll be fine. I think my daughter's a little mad at me for not telling her what's going on, but
Well, yeah. She doesn't need to know everything.
she doesn't need to know.
So the interview went pretty well.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, well, you heard the end of it.
I did.
What'd you think?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm better at talking to her than I am.
Very helpful, actually.
I
I mean, some of her
mean-
questions were, she was trying to get me to slip up.
Yeah, she's a bitch.
Yeah. Yeah,
Sorry.
that's okay. That's okay. She's got to be smarter than her. You're capable of that. I'm sure she'd love an interview from you.
Oh, I'm sure she would.
Is there anything you want to spread throughout the people? Any message, anything? Because that's the way to do it. She's got everyone's ear.
Right. I don't know. I'd have to think about that.
Right on. Right on. Well, let's go see how everybody's doing.
Okay.
Okay. He starts walking out.
Walk with him.
Okay. You come into the bar. Ray,
Yes.
they come walking out.
Okay. Ray will Ares will telepathy Vay and be like, we could do a celebration of life for Valia
Hey.
festival
Yeah.
to honor her
Not a
Essential.
funeral. Not a funeral.
Not a funeral,
But
yeah.
like a celebration of life.
Exactly.
Celebration of the goddess.
Exactly.
Justice.
Kind of bring morale and people's spirits up.
Hey guys, I got an idea, he says, and everybody kind of turns and looks at him. He's like, I think we want to have a celebration of life, a festival of some sort, maybe for Valia, for the goddess of justice, maybe tomorrow. Would you guys be interested in helping us get all that together? And everybody's like, yeah, that sounds like a good. I think it, you know, for the most part, it would be citywide, but mainly for us, you know. But the rest of the city, we can push the fact that she's the goddess of justice. Now, who knows how that could benefit her or us?
Right.
It's a good idea, I think. So yeah, if you guys can just talk it over and come up with some ideas, that'd be great. I'm gonna put Eris in charge of this. She's quite aware of what needs to be done with Valia, and she'll do it the right way. You've always been so chipper and happy and full of life and energy, and I can't think of anybody better than you to kind of put this together. You know, you did a great job with the wedding in heaven, so if you'll help us out with this, that would be great.
Of course.
Let's just all talk it over, okay? You feel embarrassment from Ray, and he kind of looks at Eris, and you can feel like a yearning, like he's gonna try to talk to her something, but he doesn't. He just kind of turns and he's like, guys, give me a minute, just talk it over. I'll be right back. Make sure everything's okay with the stock and everything. And he turns and looks at. You can tell he's embarrassed. He goes through the door and goes back to his office. Then you feel him get angry once he's back there. Eris, what do you do? Bay's acting weird. You can, you know, he's acting weird. But you don't know what it's about, you know what I mean? So you just like, whatever, I don't know if you want to put this stuff together or not, you know, help. So Mal's not there.
No, he's not.
So, anyway, Dusty's like, what are you going to do, Ray? Or Eris, he says, what are you going to do? What kind of party?
We're gonna do a celebration of life for Valia. You know, normally we would do a funeral, but she didn't die. She ascended, and I feel like that should be celebrated.
Benny's like, that's a great idea, and Dusty's, Lucy and everybody, they're like, yeah, this sounds like good. Remy's like, yeah. I feel like I could do that, but I'm also kind of mourning my dad still. I don't know what to think. I don't know if I should go to my mother. She's telling me no, not to come, but Brock is there and the others. And I feel like I should go, but I also want to celebrate this with you guys.
He says that to Eris or to everybody?
To Eris. To everybody, but to Eris too. Eris is one that...
Right.
Dusty says, if you need any help with anything, I can help. I can help. I can do stuff that you can't.
Okay.
Just let me know if you're interested.
Alright.
Interested. At that point, JoJo's like, hops over the bar and goes out this way.
He just leaves?
Yeah, he just leaves. He says goodbye to you guys. He's like, I'll be, I gotta go get some sleep, rest. He says, I've been working for quite a while. I'll get with you guys later, he says. And he leaves.
Okay.
Okay? So there's no bartender at this point.
Yeah, Aries would tell Remy, if your mom says not to come, then you should stay here with your friends and try to keep your spirits up.
All right.
Thoughtful look, you know.
Yeah. He's like, okay. Maybe that's a good idea. Ray, you feel very confused and angry.
She'll tell him, what's up, dude?
Fucking nothing, man. Shit. Made an
What?
ass out of myself.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. She knows
Oh.
something's going on now. She knows. I know she knows. She knows I'm acting weird. I can feel it. Like you know. Anyway, I'm gonna just let that go. Fuck it. What are you doing?
Wonder why you're acting ridiculous? I don't think you made an ass of yourself. I think you're overthinking it.
I think I'm too full right now and I need to just get rid of this shit.
You can always call Brittany.
Yeah. Yeah, I could do that, I guess. But I
Or
don't
something
really,
else.
I don't really want to. I just need to get rid of this. I feel like I'm about to just explode with all this positive chill energy in me.
You need to erupt.
Erupt.
Yeah. You know, like the opposite of feed? Vampires?
Oh goodness.
That's what I'm gonna start calling it.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Don't say that in front of anybody.
You are fucking hilarious.
So Eris is talking to them about the festival and everything.
Yeah.
Ray, what are you doing?
She was sleeping day standing there.
Okay.
Yeah, Ray will go in there and check on him.
Go check on Vay.
Yeah.
Okay. He's sitting down at the table right here when you come in.
She'll sit down.
Okay. I don't want to talk about it. Let's talk about something else.
Okay. What do you want to talk about?
I don't know. What? That was weird. She brought you the fucking blood of your unicorn.
Yeah,
I'm
she'll
so
take
sorry.
it out. She'll set it on the table. What am I supposed to do with that?
I don't know. What do you do with powdered unicorn blood? I don't know right now. Are you on it?
No, not really.
Does it make you miss her?
Yeah, of course it does.
He reaches over and grabs it and looks at it and takes the top off and he's like, he pours it onto the table and
What are you doing?
you see him take a dagger out and he starts making a line of powder and he snorts it. He turns and looks at you and you see his eyes go completely dilate and he just stares at you like,
You okay?
Ray?
Babe,
Whoa.
are you alright?
There you are. Woo!
Are you
He
okay?
looks down at the table and he's like, that wasn't a good idea.
Yeah, don't say.
What happened?
Boom, back into his chair. He's still awake, but he's like, and he's looking at the ceiling like, you see the vial sitting there in the lid. He only put one line. I know, right? Anti-paladin. You hear me?
She's sitting there, she's like, should I snort a line of it? Probably not. I should probably sit here and watch him and make sure he's okay.
So it lasts for probably 5-10 minutes, somewhere in between 5 and 10 minutes, and he comes back out of it and he just looks at you like, what the fuck?
How
He
you
looks
feel?
down there and he's like, whoa. He puts the lid on it. Yeah, that was too much. He goes like that. He's like, I'm not doing that again. I can't tell you what just happened because I don't really know I can't collect my thoughts. Yeah. Don't ever do that. He puts it up into his bag.
He takes it.
He puts it up into
Takes
his
it
bag.
away.
He takes it from you. As soon as he does that, Tatalda walks in and hands him a bag, and he's like, "Oh, thank you." And he's like, "I appreciate it, Tatalda." She's like, "No problem." And then he hands her a bag, and she leaves. And he opens the bag and starts pulling out part of these poison bottles and gives them to you. He's like,
Nice.
this is what you'll need.
Okay, she'll take them.
Keep it going. And that's where we're going to stop for this evening. Dun, dun, dun. What a great game.
Excellent.
You guys had a good time.
Yes.
Boy, a lot going on. A lot happening. We'll leave it to where we're at right now. So half of the people are in Beacon, and some are at the bar. And we'll get back to it next week. You guys are good with that.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for coming. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share, hit that bell icon, and many blessings to you all. Peace.
There's a gift inside the old God's granted me, a vision of the way to change reality. In the shadows creeping, can't rest your weary head. No time for you to sleep now, or evil it will spread. So gather all your friends and listen to my tale. Adventure stories shaping magic and the veil. Dragons, devils, demons, and creatures that I fear, and heroes of the known. Just please don't be scared. The heroes are the monsters to the enemy. It all depends upon the way that you proceed. Original GM, we're here to set you free. Come join in the adventure. Who you wanna be? Who you wanna be? We are heroes. We are heroes.